to Fanatically Correct. Brought to you by us, fans like you, but mostly us.
And the smartest man alive, Reed Richards of the Fantastic Four. Hello, Stephen.
Stephen, your arrival here confuses and destabilizes reality. The larger the footprint you leave behind, the greater the risk of an incursion.
Incursion?
An incursion occurs when the boundary between two universes erodes, destroying one or both entirely. From our experience, the greatest danger to the multiverse, it turns out, is Doctor Strange.
In a dark corner of the world, three men will work together to bring you a podcast like no other. This is Fanatically Correct, where the fans, the geeks, and the nerds are always correct. With your host, MSK, Yo Peace, and Omega.
Wow.
So yeah.
Can't wait to get the edited version of that.
So, he's not editing nothing. I just
We've
dropped it
only
raw.
been doing this almost for 10 years already, and we still haven't got that. Perfect. So, eventually we'll get there.
Yes, this is a broadcast. So
Broadcast.
by all means, please share and like and smash buttons and all that.
We're ready to do some people.
Wow, that's it. They dislike that intro so much. They like, there we go.
There. All right.
There we go. Join in.
Should I join?
We should. No, actually, you guys can join. You don't know. I set it up. You guys haven't tried it yet. So you just to see how you do. Worst case scenario, if you make top 3, we'll get the next person. I get the full ranking.
Well, no. I mean, worst comes to worst, you can just get the people that actually know things to be here with you.
Yeah, it'd be fun. So I tested it. So it's obviously multiverse. So you guys can have fun. It's a different question from different films and shows that deal with multiverses. So some of them you might have seen, some of them you may not have seen. Spoiler alert, if you haven't seen it and you wanted to, so some of that's gonna happen. Everybody here see into the Across the Spider-Verse yet?
Yes.
Anybody not see Across the Spider-Verse yet?
Yes.
Okay, we're all good. We're all good.
I'm just going to pretend I got it.
Yeah, see?
Oh,
No,
yeah.
because another co-host of mine recommended a different.
Yeah, well, you did it smart. So we're gonna get into that in the podcast
We'll get to
too,
that.
and we'll start the trivia
We'll get
as to what order you should watch. Wait, did we lose somebody again? Someone has rough internet.
Who did we lose? Myself. I don't know. I wasn't even there.
Alright, so we're gonna get started in 3, 2,
Oh, it just happened.
1.
Are we gonna
Multiverse movie trivia. 3,
There you go.
1. In the movie Another Earth from 2011, what did Rhoda write on Perky's hand?
Oh my god.
Triangle red, forgive. Nope, blue. Blessings and orange and faith and green. Forgive. Nope. Blessings.
I don't even know that.
Faith.
What? There was definitely fake.
Forgive.
Duh.
Is the correct
Definitely fake.
answer.
Yes.
Uh-oh.
Obviously.
Hello, welcome.
Florida man. Only person to get it right so far.
Good job, Florida man.
Good job, Florida.
Yeah.
Good job.
You seen that movie?
All the time.
Next
One
question.
of my favorites.
Right after the trivia, we'll be doing some talking about the multiverses. So sit back, relax, and watch some quick trivia. Who does Wanda, the Scarlet Witch, first use to hunt America Chavez? Oh, Cassidius, Wanda, Earth 1701, Gargantos, or King Groot? Who does Wanda, the Scarlet Witch, first use to hunt America Chavez?
These are pretty good questions.
Cassidius, Wanda from Earth 1701, Gargantos, or King Groot? And the answer is Gargantos. Let's see. Missed the placement.
We'll talk about that movie. We'll talk about
At the beginning of the film, Happy Death Day to You, college student Ryan wakes up in his car on Monday, Sunday, Wednesday, or Tuesday.
Hey man, these are pretty hard
At
questions.
the beginning of the film, Happy Death Day to You,
These are pretty.
just guess and guess fast if you don't know. College student Ryan wakes up in his car on Monday, Sunday, Wednesday, or Tuesday.
Sunday,
Or Friday.
Monday, happy day.
It's Friday, I'm in love.
It was always Tuesday.
Okay, let's see placement.
All right.
Gummy Worm in first place right now.
Gummy Worm.
Uncle Jen in second, and Florida Man in
Uh-oh.
third. Oh, let's see.
What are we doing here?
Question, what's happening?
This is
Question before. In the multiverse, what is the name of the supervillain that is actually Evelyn's daughter Joy in other dimensions? This is everywhere. Everywhere, all at once.
Great movie. We talked about it in one of our
Everything everywhere all at once. Oscar-winning film.
Awesome.
Jubu Tupaki, Ines Pota, Fran Theta. Everyone guessed on this. And 3 people got it right. It was Jubu Tupaki.
Tupac.
A gummy worm is still in first place. Florida Man in second, about 1,000 points behind. Multiple Jen in third. Jazz in fourth. Gianna in fifth.
I'm not even playing anymore.
Next question. In Avengers Endgame, who escapes with the Tesseract to New York in April 2012?
Everybody knows.
Iron Man. And we're going to throw some gimmies. Iron Man, Ant-Man, Loki, or Captain America?
Come on, this is really
In Avengers Endgame, who escapes with the
Hey,
Tesseract
this
to
question
New
is
York?
too easy.
Iron Man, Ant-Man. You also got to answer it fast. Nope. Only 5 people got it right.
Only 5 people playing.
No, it shows that there's more people playing. There we go. So Gummy Worm in first still. Florida Man second. Muggle Man.
It's a race. It's a race.
Top right now.
Game Slayer.
Yeah, I think Gummy Worm is.
Here we go. Which villain got cured first? Which villain got cured first in No Way Home? Is it Green Goblin, Dr. Octavius, Sandman, or Lizard? When the Spider-Man started.
Now, when you say cure,
cure, they gave a cure to them.
You know, I'm pretty sure he watched all of these just to do this.
yeah.
He watched it.
Actually, no, I didn't watch all of these. My wife actually put this trivia together. So the answer, of course, was Dr. Octavius, Doc Ock. Wow. A Gummy Worm is still, Gummy Worm's
Yeah,
crushing with the lead.
he's gone. I
Florida
already
Man in second, Muggle Jen in third, Logan in fourth, Jazz in fifth.
Yeah,
Next question. The name Nadia is short for Nadezhda. What does it mean in Russian? This is from the show Russian Doll. Faith, hope, death, or love.
Oh, what's up with that slip?
MSK's gonna have to edit some foul language from the front row.
No.
Faith, hope, death, or love. What does Nadia, Nadezhda in Russian mean? So all you speak Russian, you might know the answer.
Come on, second yes.
Nobody guessed. It is hope, and no one guessed hope. I mean, it's not just the S in Kryptonian that's
I was about to say, yeah.
So we got Gummy Worm is killing it first.
Yeah.
Florida Man, Muggle Jen, Logan Jazz. Next question. What is the name of the family pet in Rick and Morty? What is the name of the family pet? Ruffles, Snowball, Snuffles, or Furball?
Give me a hint.
Rick and Morty.
It's a pet.
What is the name of the pet? Ruffles, Snowball, Snuffles, Furball. The family pet's a dog, right?
I believe it's a dog.
It's a dog, yeah. It takes over. Oh, 2 people got it right. Snuffles. And of course, Gummy Worm, Logan, Florida Man. Oh, Logan jumped the site.
Look at Logan.
Muggle Jen,
Good job.
Jazz.
Good job, Logan.
Lauren
Came out of
was
nowhere.
the heir to the throne of, this is from his Dark Materials, Nova Zemblas, the Lalbard, Westeros, Rot Oven. Lauren was the heir to the throne. This is from his Dark Materials on Max, on HBO. Golden Compass is the film.
The movie's great.
X-23, is it that way? Smart, a lot of people actually use. Good guess. They like the color blue.
I don't
Gummy
know.
Worm still crushing it. Florida Man in second, Jazz in third. Next question. Which of the following people is initially assigned to the Enterprise? Yes, Star Trek had a multiverse. Was it Scotty, Uhura, Kirk, or McCoy in the J.J. Abrams reboot of Star Trek? The first film with Chris Pine. Who was initially assigned to the Enterprise? Scotty, Uhura, Kirk, or McCoy? 3, 2, 1. Boom! One person got that.
McCoy.
It's McCoy. That
He
is
definitely
correct.
watched that before.
That's a great
Gummy Worm knows it. Gummy Worm killing it. Florida Man, Jazz, Logan, Muggle Jen. That's the order. What Earth did the spider that bit Miles Morales come from?
I know this one.
This is from Across the Spider-Verse. What Earth did the spider that bit Miles come from? Is it 42, 85, 1610, or 616? What Earth did the spider that bit Miles come from?
Man,
Was it Earth 42,
What a great movie.
Earth 85, Earth 1610? Ooh, everyone got that right. Oh, no, 2 got that wrong. Yes, Earth 42. That is correct.
Oh, spoilers.
Gummy Worm is killing it. Gummy Worm, you just take vacation the rest of the trivia. I think you got in the bag. Florida Man, Logan, Muggle Jen, and Jazz.
I don't know.
Here we go. Almost the last question. Which of these actors did not play Kal-El in the CW Crisis on Infinite Earths?
You watched
Christopher Reeves, Tyler Hoechlin, Tom Welling, or Brandon Routh?
You still?
Which of these actors did not play Kal-El in the CW Crisis on Infinite Earths? Christopher Reeves, Tyler Hoechlin, Tom Welling, Brandon Routh. Bam!
Come
A lot of people here
That's not
didn't
cool.
see that.
That's not cool though.
But he was in
Yes.
spoiler alert, The Flash. Scoreboard, Gummy Worm in the lead, Florida Man, Logan, Gianna, and Muggle Jen is the order we got. Here comes the last question. Winner takes it all. Which of the following characters is not a paragon in the CW Crisis Infinite Earth? Is it the Flash, Earth 1, Supergirl, Green Arrow, or Martian Manhunter?
You watched it?
Which of the following characters is not a paragon?
Sorry, like 3 years ago, 4 years ago.
The Flash, Supergirl, Green Arrow, or Martian Manhunter? And the correct answer is Green Arrow. And let's see the final rankings for our prizes.
There we go.
Boom, Gummy Worm. Please stand up. Come on over.
With the real gummy bear.
Second place,
Please.
Logan. And third
Stand
place,
by.
Florida Man. Where's Logan? Okay, right over here. Follow me.
All right, here we go.
Gummy Worm right over here.
Look at this.
You get to pick
This is awesome.
prize.
1, 2, or 3. You get first pick.
Okay,
You pick that one. And you get 2 free passes to Flynn's Arcade and more in Margate, Florida.
Wow.
Check out our game room over here in Blaine Ballroom C and our booth downstairs with all the gun building and everything like that. Second place. You're taking the other one. You will also get 2 free passes to Flynn's Arcade and more. And in third place, you get 3, an Uno, and an OPAD.
That's cool. I want something. I should have joined myself. Yeah, what is it?
Oh, and sorry for all the other players. We got some flash posters up here. If you want to grab them on your way out, there's not a lot of people came in here, so you can grab whatever's left. While supplies last.
It's the movie Flash. I don't know if you
It's
saw
a Flash movie. It might be memorabilia one day.
The CGI on the posters are good though.
So, now we're going to talk some multiverses. So again, we are Fanatically Correct. We're actually a podcast. Please check out our episodes.
Sometimes.
I'm going to put up our link tree now.
Most
So you
times.
can see how to find us.
That's-
Bam, there you go.
Look at that. Man,
So,
you got a professional.
so now you know how to get to our stuff.
Who's in charge of that page?
Hold on.
Wow, bless you.
Sorry about that.
Oh,
So-
what a way to start.
How are we going to get started? We're going to talk multiverses, film, movie, television, and you can at any time you like shout out, or you can come to the mic over here if you want to have your audio sound better on the podcast when we release the episode. By all means, please do join us. We can start taking suggestions from the audience. If you want to shout out something specifically you'd like us to talk about first, or we'll just start going into, I have a nice little list here of different properties of multiverses, and there is quite a few, believe it or not. If no one wants to say anything yet, I'm going to start with an OG, an original. If you haven't seen it yet, we'll start with an necessity.
We're starting with an necessity?
I think we should start because sometimes we run out of time, we don't realize it, and then we try to rush a necessity. So I think we'll start.
So
We're going to do something different.
No, I knew it.
I love it.
We always do something different every
Like
episode.
every episode, I say something different because we always do something different. We're going to start at the end, usually, of an episode. We do what's called an necessity, something that the podcast recommends that you should watch, that usually a lot of people haven't watched, and then we just give like a brief description and all that. So we're going to start with that for a change, so we run out of time and lose track of time. We got it out of the way. So I'm going to start with a necessity. You guys are going to drop one later. I'm going to start with one of the most old school first exposures that I had to the concept of a multiverse.
Okay.
It stars Jet Li.
I knew it.
Oh,
And it's the
So that
one.
kind of
Anybody here ever seen the one with Jet Li?
I agree.
We got one. Excellent. Oh, no,
One,
two. Okay.
two.
So three.
There you go.
All right. So we got three.
All right.
We actually have. Can you all clap as loud as you can? So it sounds like there's a lot more of you, so people on the podcast know that. There we go. We have a videographer too, but I don't know if we'll ever get around to that. So people listen to audio. We actually have an audience. That wasn't an applause show.
Surprise.
So again, if you want to shout anything out there, but what's interesting about the one, again, since a lot of you haven't seen it, don't want to spoil too much. But the concept is you have an individual villain that basically is able to absorb the energy of all his other versions across the multiverse. So every time he kills another version of himself, he gets stronger. Unbeknownst to the other versions that they are as well getting stronger. So it just becomes a race to good versus evil of this one guy becoming the one and having all the energy of everyone who's becoming basically a god, almost of omnipotent force by doing that. And it's an action 90s movie, which is incredible. A kung fu movie, because it's Jet Li. You actually see some different acting from Jet Li in it, because he's playing multiple characters. Before a lot of better actors who've done it, like and Loki's doing it now in his multiverse. The drama was Cumberbatch, obviously, in Multiverse of Madness. Spider-Verse doesn't count because they're all different.
Also,
different
the
actors.
CGI on that fight was
If you're going to compare it to the Flash, it's
the
actually
Flash
way
is actually
better.
way better.
Yes.
Way better.
Yeah, it was during the time that people tried to make an attempt for good CGI.
Yeah.
So, applause. Who's seen The Flash?
That doesn't even apply to
Oh wow, do we have anybody who's not yet seen The Flash? Oh, we got a thumbs down.
thumbs down over
Okay.
there. Okay.
So we'll try not to spoil.
I've already been spoiled.
Oh
Alright,
wow.
so you want to start
Yeah,
talking?
we were not gonna spoil. So there's a lot of moments in that.
I tell you what, it's gotta be a movie.
I'm cubing.
It's gonna be popping in your.
Oh,
Yeah, it's gonna be
Oh,
popping
appreciate
on the audio.
that. I'm cubing. Where were you on that one,
It's a good movie. Like the story is decent. I like it.
Yes, it's a CGI issue though. I think a lot of people thumbs down. You didn't like the story either?
It's an overhyped issue also because everyone overhyped
It's
it
a
a
big
week
hype.
before that.
You want to say something or?
Like yeah, like I saw the Flash. I personally think it's better than a lot of other DC
Yes.
movies we have gotten, but
That is very true.
I didn't think the CGI was terrible. It wasn't like as good as like a lot of other films. I'll say into that, but it's not as bad as CW.
Yeah. Well, CW's more budget.
Yeah.
Yeah. CW's more budget?
As they have less of a budget.
Less of a budget.
Yeah. Well, that's the problem. Flash should have
Exactly.
It should have better CGI than
It is upsetting that films with much lesser story, we were just talking about this being your piece yesterday, that like the Fast and Furious films or the Transformer films have better CGI, yet their story is like junk. And then we get movies and shows that have much better storyline and it just completely lazy out on the CGI. It's very upsetting to all of us
Can't have both.
fans and geeks that's kind of what's been going down. But so MSK is also, that's we're not going to transport too much yet, seen The Flash.
Go ahead.
He's seen
I've seen The Flash. The Flash.
He hasn't seen Spider-Man.
Hey, buddy.
But he did the right thing, which is what Yo Piece had. So go ahead and give your suggestion again for the podcast.
Yeah, the technical suggestion is to watch The Flash first and then watch Spider-Verse or whatever else you want after that. I mean, the CGI really is the only thing. I think watching The Flash first and then Spider-Verse, it makes The Flash a better film for me, completely overall.
To our Flash film disliker, have you seen Across the Spider-Verse yet?
Yes.
And which one did you see first?
Across the spine.
And there you go.
That's
Big shot, like anything. You
and
can't
that is
see
exactly
such a
why
superior
I
film.
say.
Yeah, and the problem is that I luckily I got to see The Flash like 30 days prior to its release at a premiere. It was cut off though, so I did get upset by where the premiere ends is on something of a certain.
You got the better ending.
Yeah, I got an ending where we don't know who the new Batman is, and then they released who the new Batman was, so I wasn't as happy with the finished version. But I did luckily get to see The Flash without yet seeing Spider-Verse, because it was released, afterwards. And Spider-Verse is just a superior film, by far. I mean, the animation is incredible.
Yeah.
They stepped. Thank you. Everyone applaud Spider-Verse. Anyone not like it? Everyone like Spider-Verse Cross? Yeah, it's a great film. I mean, it's insane. The soundtrack again is killer. The acting in it again is killer. And what's insane is they actually stepped up the storyline.
Oh, yeah.
And the first film the bar was set so high to have a good script, a good story, good character development, and they managed to upbeat it. And that's the whole thing. So that's why he has not seen Spider-Verse yet, because he didn't have the right order.
I did The Flash first, so hopefully I know I'm going to be impressed with it.
Yeah, I mean, Spider-Verse is going to blow your mind. Yeah. So anybody have any questions, statements, answers, suggestions, movies, or specific Spider-Verse, go ahead, Liam, if you want to. I know you're itching to. What do you want to ask?
I don't know.
You can spoil it.
I'm giving you one now. I'm putting you on the spot. I'm getting you before
Just
you
don't
get
spoil it.
No, you can spoil it. I mean,
What do you want?
I'm pretty sure everyone else saw it. So.
Yeah, everyone saw Spider-Verse in here. And hands of anyone who hasn't seen Across the Spider-Verse yet. Oh, we got one.
Two.
Okay. Oh, there's
Three.
two.
Okay.
Don't you raise your hand and see
There's
it.
three.
I'm up
You guys,
here,
you
so.
guys see that. So we got it. So without spoiling, what is your statement?
I don't even know. I don't.
All right, we'll get to
All
that. There you go. What do you want to say? Go ahead.
First off, Across the Spider-Verse was amazing. I thought it was one of the best Spider-Man films.
Yep.
I mean, I think it definitely meets the high bar. I think it's on the same level as No Way Home, to be honest.
Yes.
That's on
Agreed.
the top. I thought that it was an amazing story. Definitely improvement on the first. The cliffhanger was amazing.
Yeah.
Everything about that film was amazing. CGI, really everything, just the animation,
Right.
Superior.
really incredible.
See, what amazing, like you said, the cliffhanger, what I liked about it, and I'll bring one up that I unfortunately had to sit through for the benefit of another person, was Fast X, and they apparently are two-parter too.
Oh, no.
And yes, it is garbage. Thumbs
Why
down for everybody.
do we do this?
Thank you. But I'm
All
only bringing it up
the time.
because, as usual, they are doing a
Why?
two-parter.
Secretly does this.
And the way that they ended is like just complete, like Matrix did. Okay, I'll bring up another one. When Matrix from 2 to 3 reloaded to Revolution, same thing. Just like right in the middle, not well thought out. Just like right here, we'll do it. Actually, I don't think really the best was done with Harry Potter either when they did the 2-parter or Hunger Games, and like most of them don't know how to do it.
All right, stop in there.
With Spider-Verse, they did it in a way where it felt like I just watched a season of a series, and that was the season finale, and I'm looking forward to the next season. And I love all the callbacks. Like for those who haven't seen it yet, actually watch Spider-Verse first, right before seeing it, because there's so many moments that they geniusly, kept the story, fluid, and called back so many little moments that they made important moments that you probably would have taken for granted in the second film. Like, oh, that connects to when this happened, or when that happened. And there's a lot of that.
And apparently there's 2 films out there.
I think there's 3.
Yes, and there is. Well, there's 2 that have been
There's a multiverse of films.
Yeah,
out
it's
there.
a multiverse of the multiverse. There's 2 versions of that film out there, and it's little differences. Yeah.
Yeah, like they say
not
different
like too
things
much,
at
but a
different
character will say
times.
one thing in one version and say something in another version. But there's actually a couple of actual scene changes.
But
too.
nothing affects the actual story.
No,
which is
exactly.
amazing
Yeah,
about
it's
it.
just in little instances. I'll give one. It's not really spoiler. There's a moment with, without getting too detailed, with the what's his name, Miguel, Miguel O'Hara, 2099, where there's a scene where he does expose his vampire fangs during a fight scene, and the other film he doesn't. Something happens that interrupts it before that happens, and there's something also Miles' dad. So like several differences between the 2 films, and there's some rumors that they did it to see that in one part of the planet they released one version, so they released, but it's not true because there's already been people who said they've seen both versions.
Welcome.
What's the difference in there? Thanks for coming. Fanatically Correct. Multiverse.
Do you guys think there's other versions of the Flash movies? That'd be great.
Give me one with better CGI.
We're in the multiverse ourselves right now.
You take away the cameos and it'll be great.
So yeah, I started with the one shout out and just like applaud or say something. I'm gonna start going on the list and we'll stop if I specifically want to talk about it. So we'll just talk about the Flash, Spider across the multiverse. Okay, we'll get this out of the way because I know a lot of people are unhappy with this, but we do have to talk about what was supposed to have been the big deal for Marvel. I liked it, but I do understand a lot of the complaints, and that's Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness, hence Multiverses of Madness.
Okay.
So
thumbs down.
that's
One thumbs up. One thumbs down.
So applaud if you liked it. Okay. So now boo if you didn't.
They're very enthusiastic.
Balanced room.
Yeah.
Okay, let's say for people who liked it, what was your favorite thing about it? So what was that?
Scarlet Witch.
Scarlet Witch. Okay, so I
can see
Scarlet
that.
Witch. Oh, another Scarlet Witch. Okay. For me, it was what people didn't like, which was the cameos of the other characters. Anybody here not seen Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness? Okay, good. All right, we're all good nerds. We're caught up. We're all, I think by now, I would hope so.
I think what I enjoyed about it was that Evil Dead.
You know what, that scene was great.
Yes,
That's what I liked about it. That's
the horror aspect of it was incredible. The chasing scene.
Yeah.
For me, Professor X, a lot of people thought that some of the cameos are great, but I'm going to throw this out there. He's here today. You're going to see him. Take a picture. The guy's awesome. There's a Professor X out there that looks exactly like and every time I walk by, I just go, I have no choice. I have to do it. He loves it. But yeah, I loved all that scene with the cameos. Granted, it felt like we were supposed to get a lot more of that throughout the entire film.
That was
and it just gave us the one scene. But I mean, they held on to the Mr. Fantastic. Like, that was a fantastic. Yeah, they did that one good. It was a fan casting, and it wasn't given away. It was a pretty good moment. So yeah, I personally like the cameos. I think Wanda's a good thing. So like those who didn't like it, what did you specifically not like? Go ahead.
Well, first things first, I don't think it's necessarily a terrible film. It's not the best.
That's kind of the Marvel MO right now. You go, it's not terrible. It's okay. Yeah.
All of them are okay.
Yeah,
So
and I loved Elizabeth Olsen, loved Cumberbatch. I feel like all the actors in there were amazing. It's just the one thing I didn't like is basically one of my favorite Marvel villains is Nightmare, and I feel like they teased him like in all the trailers, and he wasn't in there, and that got me. That was the one thing that really made me angry.
well, and it was like what they did with Loki and what was it? WandaVision, as well with what was the villain that was supposed to be the devil one? Mephisto. And there were little cameos in Loki too that they kept doing little things in like stained glass windows and things like that. So they were messing with the fans. And the Quicksilver in WandaVision, because WandaVision is directly connected to Multiverse of Madness, was just a complete and what was his boner? His name was Boner. Yeah, and they just told it's a boner of a cameo. Like they gave you no reason for him being there other than it's just a call out that he's played him in another show.
They're being meta.
Yeah. See, because at least with DC, and they don't like, and I'll bring up the CW Crisis on Infinite Earths, because they did it first, actually. And they did make that their multiverse, that every show, movie, and the animation as well are in their multiverse. So the fact, if Marvel was playing the same game, then we go, oh, wait a minute, he's Quicksilver just in another universe. But they haven't, until Spider-Man No Way Home, that has now been established that, actually, he is Quicksilver in another multiverse, and now Disney owns it. They didn't at that time. But now they do own Fox, so we'll see. But now we'll be following DC until if they do that. But it looks like they're gonna with Deadpool 3. So talking about multiverses, it looks like Deadpool 3 is gonna really start going nuts.
That's that new thing now. It's just everybody wants to get on that and
on the multiverse.
Yeah.
Yep. Well, that's what we're talking about. So who has, and this is kind of a thing that's been happening with superhero films, and now specifically this genre, who feels that we're starting to get multiverse fatigue? Applaud if you think we are. Okay. That's a few. Okay, so fatigue in the sense that it's just too much of it, too much of the story.
It's not really the multiverse. It's more like the whole superhero thing.
Just superhero genre.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, that's a different fatigue because we're getting everything everywhere all at once. That's a film, one
that's a good one.
That's multiverse.
That's a good
but my
one.
point is, Supernatural did multiverse.
Right.
I mean, shows. Yeah, I'm gonna go down like the TV list is. This is a good one, so you can see like the crazy thing. Well, Sliders was a show about multiverse. Fringe went into that direction. That's an older show. But Star Trek has done it. I'm just going through here like this. Let's see. Well, technically Space Jam as well. Oh, this list is long.
The
Umbrella Academy, Dark, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., Simpsons, Futurama, Family Guy, Doctor Who, of course. Doctor Who's always been about multiverse and multi-time.
But I think it's easier on TV because it's longer.
But the point is that you're starting to see it, and that's the point of that is, and that's what I get is it's being used a lot. A lot of shows are going to go ahead. It's a suggestion.
And the problem I think is that it's way too easy to just use the multiverse.
Right.
For answer.
Right.
It's a writer's hack. I agree.
Yeah.
Yes. So yeah, it's interesting when it's done and when it's done right. That's why I started with the one. Yeah, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, I feel like they're not establishing a lot of characters anymore. They're kind of just grouping them together.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We have the Batman movie, which they kind of explored his detective
Right.
side, but I wish that for everybody else.
And I feel at some point it's just gonna feel like they'll just put him into another movie, and that's gonna take away from everything else that they could do with a Batman movie and series by itself.
See, that's where it goes. Unfortunately, that's where why I brought up Crisis on Infinite Earths, because I did enjoy that. But unfortunately, they were the ones to first hit that cheat code. So it wasn't so bad that they did it, and especially they get a pass because again they're on a budget. It's network, television, so they're not the same as a film. But that's what's happened. It's the lazy thing. We already have a thing, so we'll just say that's part of it now. That's part of it now. And then in Multiverse of Madness, we got it. But I think that Deadpool, which they have a lot of faith in, because it's actually the first movie in a while that got bumped up, others bumped sooner in its release date. It's gonna come out earlier. And the whole concept is that somehow in that film, he's basically going to destroy the entire Fox multiverse. All the Fox properties are going to something. Either, what do they call incursions?
Mm-hmm.
Right? Incursion something, but that's what they're planning to do. Right place to do it. So we'll get all those cameos, but I'm hoping that that's what the Marvel plan is do it in Deadpool so it's funny, go meta, kill it all off, and stop doing the multiverse that way. Go back to what you just suggested, which is develop a character, start them out from scratch, more classic superhero style. Yeah, come on in. Sorry, we're a podcast.
Just do it.
Don't be shy.
All right.
They ran away.
Come to the stage.
So go ahead. What are you gonna say?
First of all,
You want to come over to the mic?
Yeah.
I know you love coming to the mic. There you go. Pull it down. Just aim down. Just grab it. Pull it down.
Yeah.
Oh look, we have an assistant. He likes his topic so much he's hanging on our panel when there's 8 other panels.
There you go.
Meanwhile, other panels are getting fired.
Very off topic.
Stand back a little bit.
I just thought about this.
Off topic, no. Multiverse.
Multiverse topic.
Is the topic.
What was your name again?
Yeah, what's your name?
What's your name?
Wow, guys. Very good brain. Alright, so you... Sorry if I'm giving spoilers. Spoiler
What are
alert.
you about to spoil?
Wait, what?
I'm pretty sure everybody's seen Endgame, please.
Yeah, so everyone's
You're safe.
You're safe.
Okay, so at the moment where
That's multiverse, that's on topic.
Iron Man,
There
snaps. At that moment, we see he falls to the ground and, dies and stuff.
Who? Iron Man, sorry.
Welcome.
So, in the Kane Dynasty, that's gonna come out 2025, 2024.
Eventually.
I'm pretty sure you guys, we all are expecting a return of Iron Man, but not really, because comics, other stuff,
Yeah,
he comes back in like a hologram.
Tom Cruise.
Yeah.
They might. I think that hopefully that might be a Feige thing, and I think it's with DC a James Gunn thing. If Flash can destroy them, and his plan and what he plans to do, is let Robert Downey Jr. age, let him do all these other things, doing cars, on Max, let him do all that stuff, and Chris Evans the same thing. The rumors are Chris Evans will be back for Deadpool, but not as Captain America.
Yeah.
Just like Michael B. Jordan. What do you mean? Everyone here knows that Chris Evans was in Marvel before Captain America, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you can forget it. That's fine too.
Yeah, I mean, you can forget it too, but it's a Fox.
I get it.
So again,
Multiverse.
Jordan. So and then Michael B. Jordan as well. So also Human Torch. So rumors are. But again, look what happened in Multiverse of Madness. So trying to take it with a grain of salt, even though Ryan Reynolds I think is better at getting things done. He got Wolverine back, but the rumors are too he's not playing the Wolverine that we loved. He's playing another version of Wolverine that is not as similar. So we'll see what
Hugh Jackman.
Exactly, Hugh Jackman. Oh, that would be terrible.
Yeah, well, that's not
And
gonna
Hugh
happen.
Jackman, Hugh Jackman, like, no, I'm not Wolverine, I'm Hugh Jackman.
Yeah.
Oh, don't even.
That's an Ocean's 12 thing.
So that was your
That would be terrible.
statement?
But,
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you for your statement.
Thank you for
No,
But yeah, we'll get to you right after.
He's definitely coming back. Robert Downey Jr. will come back.
Yeah, but so yeah, hopefully we don't get disappointed we do a Multiverse of Madness where all these rumors and then it's like 5 people for 5 minutes and it's done. So I hope it's okay. So yeah, go ahead. That's a Star-Lord jacket, right? You're wearing?
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
The mask. You didn't see the mask?
No, I didn't see.
He came in with the mask.
Oh, nice! Like a fool.
There you go.
Yeah. How did he leave that behind? Oh wait a minute. Everyone see Guardians of the Galaxy 3 yet? Well, not everyone. Yeah, I know. Tearjerker. Emotional roller coaster.
Oh, he's out.
Oh, he's out. Oh, you haven't seen it either? Oh, okay. No, we won't spoil it. But okay, but he got it, and anyone who's seen it, they get it. They get it. But yeah, okay. So go ahead. What was your comment?
Yeah, so first of all, I have great expectations for Deadpool 3, and I heard rumors that it's going to lead in the Kang Dynasty, which makes sense as they confirmed that the TVA and maybe even Kang will be in it. And personally, I'm glad that it's not the same Wolverine because, let's admit, it kind of would have ruined the story arc of Logan because they did his story perfectly.
What a great movie.
Yes, very
And
much.
I feel like if they brought that same version back, it would have kind of ruined that.
Of course.
Yeah.
I feel they've been going younger a lot. And personally, I hope because she's getting older and she's a hell of an actress, they should just have the who's no longer a little girl, X-23 be the new, instead of bringing another Wolverine, because that's the whole thing. We're all, so many of us, for the majority of fans, ended up liking Hugh Jackman's Wolverine. It's going to be hard to see someone else fill that role while Hugh Jackman's still like able-bodied.
Only thing that kept those X-Men movies going.
Yeah. So yeah, pretty much, and in his own film. So yeah, that I think that they're better off going with a new character that's Wolverine-like, basically X-23 female clone of him, with the good actors who's on the young side, because they're obviously pushing towards some young Avengers situation, whether it be on Disney Plus or in the series coming up. But we got Loki coming up. That's probably going to build up for that too. Anyone see Secret Invasion yet? The first 2 episodes.
Okay. The first couple. No.
All right.
No,
not a multiverse situation yet that I know. Thumbs down.
Thumbs down.
There you go. We got
Look at that.
double thumbs down.
You guys are doing the opposite. I'm letting you know right now.
Episode 1 and 2, or just the most recent episode? Because episode 2 kind of took a step down. Yeah, see, that's what it is. For me, it's still better than Falcon and Winter Soldier. But it almost feels like it's the same recipe. They started out really good, and it's starting to fizzle down a bit, and hopefully not the case, because Samuel Jackson's incredible.
There are only 2 episodes, right?
Yeah, 2 episodes in so far, but it's a big jump from
the first one.
Yeah, first episode's so much better than the second episode.
Really?
But and they're trying to do some twists and turns, and I guess there might be some canon issues. People are feeling like, come on, you're gonna do that, and it's just kind of something they already did with the character. Now they're doing it with Nick Fury. So for those who haven't catch up, you'll see it, and you'll be like, wait, they already did that with this character, but But it's not a multiverse thing, but we'll see, because there's a lot of rumors, same thing, flying with that. And Loki's the next one that'll be on Disney Plus after that. So we'll see how that comes out. Quantumania, since we're on the Marvel thing right now, the multiverses. what's the overall feeling of Quantumania? That goes down now. All right, if you actually like Quantumania, okay, let me be nicer to it. Let me be nicer about it. And you thought it was okay, give it an applause. It's at least okay. Wow, really giving it an okay.
It's alright.
It was okay. Boo, he's booing.
Who was that compared to Spike?
Alright, what's your biggest problem with?
Yeah, so we...
MODOK?
MODOK was awful.
Yeah, you know...
I mean, it's MODOK. What are we expecting?
See, okay.
Listen, MODOK is awful anyways.
In the comics, he's awful. Like,
yeah, he's not
what are we
great.
expecting out of that
Oh,
character?
wait a minute. He's giving the Mandarin excuse right now.
Yeah.
You literally just did that. He's terrible anyways.
We're gonna talk about that later.
But that's the point. I'll use, and I think mine's a good one. I think more people on my side with it.
The Mandarin was...
Jesse Eisenberg Lex Luthor. When it's a character that I want, that I still haven't gotten the way I wanted it, I'm very upset when it's terrible out the gate. I did not care anything about the Mandarin, neither did Yopi's. But MSK.
Listen.
So, but you just did it about MODOK. You just said, I don't care about him, so it's fine.
They got Ben Kingsley, and they promoted it like if he was going to be a great villain.
You never saw him coming.
And they gave us.
It told you on the damn trailer.
No, I know.
And they got you. That's your fault.
That's probably one of the best trailers I've ever seen. Because when I saw that, I looked at them. I remember the moment I looked at both of you. I'm like, oh no.
And we're like, yes.
Oh, no. And then that movie went downhill. I didn't like Iron Man 3. Let's just say that's a whole other. We can talk about that another day.
It's not a multiverse, so we're good at that. But that's what, in fairness, that we have to bring that up because that's what we just did with MODOK. So yeah, for people who would have preferred to see a better version of MODOK, I get your argument.
In fact, that little cartoon thing of MODOK that they got going on.
I still haven't watched it on Hulu.
It's pretty funny.
On Hulu. I watched that MODOK cartoon. Okay, so he enjoys it. All right.
That's exactly what that character is. It's just
yeah, he's just. But the man is supposed to, he's supposed to be the main bad guy. But whatever, we're just not gonna talk about that.
Switch gears. I'll bring up some.
Yeah, we got one more. We got a question.
Oh, go ahead. Start with.
Or say it.
Okay, I just have to say this for argument's sake. He is a giant floating head.
Exactly.
Yeah. But it did look like Spy Kids. I'm not gonna lie. I gotta be honest. I didn't really look like Spy Kids.
Yeah, same color palette.
We actually know somebody that compared to Spy Kids, Quantumania.
It's a Spider-Man.
Yeah. Oh, here we go.
This is a question, not for you guys, but for one person.
Okay.
What is going on here? What just happened here?
If you're not liking anything, what is your favorite Marvel movie?
He likes a few things. Why?
Yeah, he's showing you the weapon.
And to be fair, he's dressed as
He's showing you the weapon.
Spider Jedi and Red Hood.
I think whatever he's wearing.
He liked a few things. He's done
he's like Marvel.
That's your critics. What makes you right?
Yeah, wait a minute. What's going on here?
Because you know what? That's why the show is fanatically correct. And then our slogan is "Where the fans, the geeks, and the nerds are always correct." Because everyone's entitled to their opinion, and then like always, anytime we'll give a suggestion to a film or a show or anything like that, we'll always say you still gotta watch it yourself. Even if we completely trash it, and I've watched a lot of things that have been trashed, and then I go, yeah, that was bad. I shouldn't have watched it. So that's the case. So you can't come up here and criticize.
Yeah, what are you doing?
What is his favorite movie?
Can you please change the lightsaber to red? Because you are so stiff right now.
I tried.
No, Mace Windu, get that. There you go.
It changed colors on its own.
All right, sit back down.
Yeah, anyone can like. I know people that likes that. I know someone that likes the prequel Star Wars more than any other Star Wars movie. So it happens.
Listen, I know somebody that loves Spider-Man 3.
Look at that. Look at that. Look, we just became best friends. Martha. He likes the prequels the best.
There you go.
He likes the
I wasn't trying to call him out directly, but yes.
Return of the Jedi.
There you go.
There you go.
Yeah, there you go. They're best friends.
Hey, that's it. Can you guys shake hands now, please?
There you go.
Let us see what's going on
Trick him
here.
and shoot him. There you go. Trick him and shoot him.
Jeez.
It's always fun to have an audience.
My goodness, man, you're gonna be a terrible critic, bro.
So moving on, we'll go some cheesy multiverse stuff. I'm not gonna bring up Space Jam. We trashed that movie way too much.
The new one.
The new one, yeah. Obviously, the original Space Jam. Yeah, thank you.
Server Jam.
Yeah, Server Jam. Yeah, sir. You got the Marvel thing, Spider-Verse, of course. Well, it's actually the first Spider-Verse. We can all easily talk about that. Sonic 2.
Smurfs.
great movies. Actually, Mario too. I mean, some of the video games.
I actually like both Sonic movies.
Yeah, they are. They're both good, and that's a fun way of a multiverse. You know, kind of it is for kids. Like Mario, totally a children's film, but we all loved it. They did such a great job with the fan service. Yeah. Applaud for Mario. Like a lot of Mario.
Yeah, Mario's good. There we go. Yeah.
So it's the multiverse thing. And in fairness, always been kind of a multiverse.
Jack Black is killing it.
He's that's your favorite song.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I hope they do Super Smash.
Sorry, for me, it's Let It Go. And
Just somebody said that you just do a movie for all the Nintendo characters.
Yeah, I think that's what's coming. Well, they're gonna do Donkey Kong next.
Yeah, and that's what everyone's hoping for. So if they get a Smash Brothers movie, everyone's gonna be all over it.
Yeah.
And if they do it in this way, it's the best because adults enjoy it, kids enjoy it, families say everyone just can go see it, and just like as long as you keep the fan service. And Smash Brothers is huge. We just had a tournament over here in the game room yesterday, and it's there's tournaments every week. Just check out Flynn's Arcade and More, one of our sponsors. You guys got free passes to that. Go on a night where we have either Smash Brothers tournament or Street Fighter 6, any of that stuff. But yeah, Smash Brothers is huge, and it's based off of Mario and Pokemon and all these characters. That's probably the best route to go for that multiverse of characters.
They're doing it
because Pikachu detective was.
That was actually really good. They actually could just backtrack and just go that into their multiverse.
Yeah,
that's a good Pikachu.
Yeah, question.
Yeah, go ahead.
It's not totally multiverse related, but if they do Metroid and Samus, do you guys think they should do live action or should it be animated?
It's hard now. I feel like everything is going animated though.
It's because of Spider-Man, man. Because that animation's so good. It's actually
going
better than Pixar right now.
Yeah, but the thing is, I would say if the what was it on Paramount that they did Halo?
Yes.
The only reason I bring that up is because if that was done well,
It was so bad.
It is.
So
Here's the thing, I didn't play Halo, so I kind of got into it at first because I wasn't affected by the bad storyline.
Yeah. Is it because he took off his mask every 2 minutes?
Yes. He was such a crybaby.
Mandalorian effect.
Well, this is Matches Man. I don't want to talk about it. Yes.
And any of the games.
Right.
Never see you speak.
Yeah.
And then he just takes it off.
But that's
well, in the
actually
series, and in the series, they had a side story with characters that no one cares about.
Yeah.
So it's just like
I feel if they go animated, they'll be able to do so much more. Obviously, I mean, you've seen. I'm not trying to go back to it, but the CGI on the Flash is really bad for 2023. I'm sorry, it's not that good.
Most DC movies, watching.
Yeah, but it's just like CGI really is not holding up to it anymore.
Yeah, and the problem is that it was
even the Avatar movie. Like I went there, it's not that great. The CGI is not that great. It's not blowing my mind away.
Here's the
like the first time they showed it.
Yeah, for gamers, we have a lot of gamers in here. A lot of your in gaming and those type of obviously Metroid. That is an issue for me. I don't let that cloud me, but there are obviously people who aren't gamers appreciate the Avatar films a lot more than those who are, because those who are gamers are like, I see this all the time when I game. Like, this is not impressive, the mocap and all. Like, they do this for all the medium I'm already involved in, and these people, they find us watch a movie that way, and since they're not used to that medium, they actually enjoy it. But it's the same thing with animation. There is somewhat of a generation gap. Like, I'll see with my parents, and not everyone, but most of us, I'm looking around the room, have come from a generation where animated started getting good. The animated series, Gargoyles, things like that, and then everything from that point on was just good story, good quality animation. It's a medium for us that we can appreciate that. The generations ahead of us come from a part where they only enjoyed cartoons when they were kids because they weren't very well done. Anime hadn't gotten big over here yet, so they just don't like. It
was big. It was
cartoon.
just,
that's how they would feel.
It was big. It was
they can't get over the hump of like, it's just a cartoon. It's Flintstones. They can't get over that. So yeah, but for us, and I agree. I think that might be the better way to start going with things, is start just going animation. Look at the robots on Netflix.
I'm taking a shot at it. I'm telling you, most of the things from here on out will be animated. There will be more animation than there will be. I'm telling you.
So you're saying so they should.
As an industry, there will be more animation.
And you're saying they should, or you're saying that's the direction?
No, I think that's the way they're going. It's so much easier.
But you don't agree with it.
I don't agree with it because I feel like you're losing.
I thought you were starting to like it because he's very upset that Scott Pilgrim is not going to be like that.
I think you're also not everything should be animated, and you're losing the whole movie magic part of making movies. Like, you're gonna sit there and you're gonna animate it. Yeah, you can explore the realms of it, but at the end of the day, you will fail in the movie industry part of it, and movies will be less more like filming places, and you'll see just. I mean, look at the Batman film. That whole film was shot in a studio.
Yeah.
Like the majority of that film was shot in a studio. Think about
big
it.
stones, like The Mandalorian. And that was wild because The Mandalorian was like everyone already found out about that because Disney was doing like a release after every episode, an episode about the making of the episode. So we found out right away that they were doing like this whole dome and just no on-site filming whatsoever. But they completely out of left field that information with the Batman. They never talked about.
And they look great.
Yeah, and that's why I think they wanted everyone to think that it was practically shot. And then when they did the special afterwards, pretty much the internet.
But not every movie will have great story.
I think Dune is being done a lot the same way too. Dune and Dune 2.
Yeah, I think my problem is, and it actually is with Marvel and most of the superheroes, the world doesn't feel lived in, right? Like you don't see people around.
That's
like,
the
you look at the
Marvel,
backgrounds, it's a lot of CGI, and then it just looks empty. It's just the action that's happening in front of you, and then everything else is kind of like
go walk.
It looks like a studio.
Go walk Miami Beach right now, and you see people.
There's people. Yeah.
Well, I'm saying that
right. You don't see that. You don't see.
Yeah, not to spoil it, but anyone here who's not yet seen Guardians of the Galaxy 3, that's like your next mission. Because in fairness, that's even. Well, because it's Marvel, but it's also Sony. But that's by far one of the best Marvel films in a while. James Gunn ended on a very good note, and what you're saying was actually not a problem I had in that film because it has been a big deal, especially the space ones like Thor: Love and Thunder.
Because of the series.
And I was concerned that was going to be the only problem going into that Guardians of the Galaxy 3 would have, and fortunately, it actually didn't have what you're saying, and which is true. Usually with the overdone green screen and CGI, and it's kind of outdated, but. Hopefully, we might luck out. There'll be a bit of a bubble burst with this writer's strike, and I think that's what just needs to start happening. Is these big films just need to take more time to be done, not 15 years and still have bad CGI.
Also, actors should stop getting in trouble.
Yeah, that would help. But
I mean, that's
so they get a similar time. Red Hood. It is Red Hood, right? I'm not.
Yeah, look at the
my only critic with Guardians of the Galaxy 3 is Adam Warlock.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I totally get that. That's the same complaint like all the good comic book fans. Actually, GAT 305 or for another podcast, I saw that film with him, and that was his big complaint too. And most complaints is that Adam Warlock didn't get the story he was supposed to have, and it should have happened in Endgame.
It should have.
Yeah. Go ahead, Star-Lord.
Like Adam Warlock was supposed to be like this wise and all powerful.
Right.
Like,
Yeah, they made him a big baby. Yeah.
Before the Infinity Gauntlet, it took down Thanos in the comics.
Yeah.
I mean, I have to admit, he was a bit of a disappointment.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to share a theory because we're back on the Marvel Mill just for a second because of the Adam Warlock and everything. It's something ridiculous. Everyone's bringing up.
You got 12 minutes.
We got 12 minutes. I'll wrap it up, guys. Is the whole thing like with the Eternals that there's supposed to be this big hand coming out the Earth? Like no one has talked about any other film properties, but I'm starting to also notice it in Secret Invasion. I'm really feeling that the twist, and maybe I'm wrong, but I'm not. At least I'll have the satisfaction of finally calling something in advance and being right about it. But I feel that we're gonna find out within probably in about 3 or 4 years when they do the next Avengers film that we have no longer been seeing the same Earth in all these films. I think Quantumania is one version, Eternals is another. What's going on now with the Marvels, Captain Marvel and all that is another. No Way Home is another. We might have about 5 or 6 different Earths that we're actually witnessing now. And the smart thing about that in writing is because they want us to start caring about these characters because when those incursions come down and Secret Wars happens, they're going to have to kill people off. And that's what it's going to be. It's like, oh yeah, so this Ant-Man, dead. This version of the X whatever, if they bring or the Fantastic Four. Mm-hmm. So I really feel we're no longer watching. That's why I think they're doing a bad job of it, unfortunately, because what it is feeling like is like nothing makes sense no more. It's just a big puzzle, and you have to watch this, but then it really doesn't feel like it's still lining up. And I feel that's what it is, because it's not lining up. They're actually at each a different.
I just hope you're right.
I hope so too. I was a bit wrong about Morbius, and
I think that's way too. I think that's way too good. I hope you're right.
Yeah.
What I think is, I broadly agree with what you're saying, but what I think they're doing is building up to something like Crisis on Infinite Earths.
but the Marvel version.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which is Secret Wars.
Pointing everything out.
Yeah, which is Secret Wars, which they've announced the film Secret Wars, and that's what I think they bumped it again already. It's like 2026 or something like that. Yeah, well, we're back in a writer's strike, so I think they get bumped late. And we'll see, because the only thing that helps them too is that they're having a lot of actor situation, and that complicates things for them because they have these films planned out. And then you get a strike, and then you get an actor gets arrested or gets in trouble with something else.
Eternal.
So it's just hard to pre-plan anymore. They really got downstruck gold with the end game.
You know, I didn't like Eternals either, but I'm tired of the slow motion fast thing.
That was the way about that film.
In Eternals, it was great. I just want to throw that out there.
And anybody actually love the way the Flash runs in the Flash or any of the? Yeah, I know. That's like exactly. It's like, why is he skating? Like, they could have fixed that. We got about 10 minutes here, just to go down a couple of different but cool ones. Mr. Nobody. Anyone here? Mr.
No, where's that?
Multiverses, Another Earth. Obviously, that was in the trivia. Source Code. You got some Source Codes out here? Source Code. Great film, Jake Gyllenhaal. Check that out. Dark, the series. Actually, an old school for me. It's not kid friendly. The Cool World. I'm not gonna get into detail.
He said not so, but it's definitely not kid friendly.
It's adult Roger Rabbit.
Extremely not kid friendly. And I saw it as a kid, which is terrible.
But you know what? Howard the Duck I saw as a kid, they advertised that towards kids. It's also Multiverse.
And it's the 80s. That was
like James Gunn, Howard the Duck ain't for kids. Yeah. I'm just saying.
Hey, in the 80s, that was PG. Like
that was different.
It was PG.
Well, and my complaint about Howard the Duck is what? Why is that? Why is that a thing? Why are you reading Avengers and this freaking duck comes out?
Stop it.
No, why? Why is Howard the Duck a thing?
Yeah, so don't look up Cool World, please. That's not.
See, at least the movie like that I should have watched as a kid.
Doing that for me.
Voted towards kids. Like, it had nothing to do with like superheroes or anything like that.
They're doing that for me.
Yeah.
I like Howard the Duck.
You sent a request for that.
I didn't watch that as a kid. He had to be watching as an adult, and I'm like, what the heck is this?
Which one, Howard the Duck or the other one? Oh, okay. Cool World was Cool World was yeah. So did I.
I got older and watched it, I was like, why?
It's bad. It's not good.
Yeah,
I love it.
I would tell you, for us 80s, 90s, maybe 90s gamers, Mortal Kombat, all the films, and the new Mortal Kombat's good, but Multiverse incursions. I mean, it's basically all the stuff that DC and all this stuff did in a very different way. Brutality, but Multiverse in there. We talked about his Dark Materials. Ding. So we said Teen Titans is Teen Titans. Also Multiverse. They did a whole
mayhem.
The whole thing. That Power Rangers did a multiverse. And see what I'm saying? Like multiverses and everything.
Which is why. That's just like they say. Like that's an easy way out for them.
Yeah.
They need to stop it.
Power Rangers with the multiverse and like the newer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They need to stop it.
Well, they did the Endgame moment before Endgame did it, which is like
listen. That works amazing, obviously in comic books, because I can read a comic book and be like, "Whoa, this is all multiverses." I can start a new.
Well, that's what they do in comic books every 10 years.
That's what they do. Yeah, which that makes sense. But like in movies, like stop
it's
it.
Different.
Stop it.
It's a cop out. It's becoming a cop out, just like time travel. Everyone's using time travel now. Yeah. It's like, I don't want to see time travel.
Well, we started with our necessity, so we're going to start wrapping up. But either of you have a specific thing you want to share as a necessity, in case you want to close out that way?
Multiverse.
Yo, Pete?
No, I said everything that I wanted to say.
So we'll wrap it up, and again, please check out our podcast, Fanatically Correct. We talk about stuff like this, all kinds of stuff. We also do celebrity guest panels at other cons, maybe eventually here at SUPERCON. So we have episodes with those Q&As. We got stuff coming up. I'm always doing things with the arcade. We have a table, and we're just hanging out in the big game room area with the arcade cabinets and board games and all that. So if you see one of us, come by, say hi, talk, all that good stuff. Follow us. Again,
we're not selling anything, so you can come and share.
Yeah, we're not selling stuff. We're just hanging out, getting content,
waste any money
like the rest of you.
Just fine.
So just like, share. Listen to previous episodes. We very much appreciate. Thank you all for coming.
Yes.
Thank you our trivia winners. Anybody, if you still liked about it when we kind of trashed it a bit on your way out, got some Flash movie posters there.
Yeah.
While supplies last. Yeah, actually, so those who helped out the
most.
There's
not that many.
Before those grabs, I want Star-Lord and And Red Hood, if you want one of the posters, please grab one because you guys really input a lot. We appreciate that. Pretty much everyone asked a question. You helped a lot. So again, appreciate everyone who came out.
Yes.
Again, check us out for Correct. I'm Omega saying peace. And stay peace.
Your peace, peace.
And there you have it, folks. This has been Fanatically Correct. Until next time, you crazy kids. Signing off.